What makes up your credit score? What is a good credit score? Now we're going to talk about the secret credit reporting agencies that are selling data about you and making billions of dollars. I call them the Illuminati of credit. So you have the credit bureaus, and I said, look at how many names, phone numbers you have on your credit report. You want one name, one phone number, and one address. Get all of those other addresses off of your credit report. What's going to happen when we go to write the dispute letters? It's a big computer. It's Oscar. That's actually the name of it. It's a big computer. What it does is it matches up past debt to past addresses. Well, if those addresses are gone, you have a better shot of getting things off your credit report. One name, one address, one phone number. That's it. First step, you have to get that done before you go work on your credit. Super important. The other thing that I alluded to are these secret credit reporting agencies. And this is where the credit bureaus get their information. I'll tell you a story. Oh my gosh. I got one of the companies, it's called LexisNexis. I got my report and I felt like I had an FBI file. I mean, the thing was like this thick. It was scary. It had stuff on me from when I was 18. I mean, just everything. Your brothers, your aunts, your neighbors, your aunt, your dog walker, your mailman. I mean, everything about you these guys have, and then they sell your data. Get rid of them. You want to go on to LexisNexis, CoreLogic, and Innovis. Freeze those reports. If they can't get the information from them, they can't hold it against you. And they're only supposed to be looking at your credit score. But as you start gaining more wealth or getting higher ticket items, you'll find that they order these reports. And believe me, they'll use them against you. You want to freeze LexisNexis, CoreLogic, and Innovis. If anyone knows any additional ones, please leave comments down below. As we find new, third-party data services, let's share them with each other so we can get those frozen. Get those puppies out of the way. Now that you have one name, one address, one phone number, you can do a sweep of letters out to see what I call low-hanging fruit. See what you could get written off, easy. We have credit repair. We can help you with it. You can do it for free, but you need to do it. If you know you're not going to do it, then pay the $79 or the $120. There's different packages that we have depending if it's one person or two people. It's worth it if you're not going to do it because it has to be done. Either you do it or you hire someone else to do it. Once you have your one name, one address, one phone number, then you could do what we call with a first mail out. That way you just see the low hanging fruit, what you can get off your credit report, and see, then we go to the second round. Now, depending on what you have on there, the different dispute letters that we would have written for you and send out. Now, what you want to do to increase your credit score right away and see what effect you can have on some simple steps. Number one, join Experian Credit Boost. It's free and it boosts your score. You now can have Netflix, Hulu, utility bills all count to help your credit score. And especially when FICO 9 comes out, it's going to help it even more. Definitely join Experian Boost. There's Ultra FICO Boost. So any boost program, get all over that. If you're renting, make sure, and I'll leave a link below as well because we're landlords, obviously. We have a really good one that we utilize that reports our tenants' rent. You can do back as well. So you could say, all right, I want you to take my past 2 years, add that to my report, and now report monthly. That's another way to boost up your score. The other thing you can do if you do have credit cards is call up and get a credit line increase because that automatically will help out your utilization ratio. We want to get that utilization ratio below 30% because I'm telling you, your score will shoot up once you do that. Now, the other big tip that I have for you is authorized user accounts. Now, when FICO 10, there's actually a FICO 10 model already, but when FICO 10 and 10T comes out, this window is closing. You want to get this done, as soon as you possibly can. In the credit Bible or book, I call it, of the link, I'll also put that down below, the free book that I put together. I have in there our trade line that I utilize to get, and my score, it went up 80 points. What an authorized user account is, it's someone puts you on their credit card as an authorized user. When they do that, that gives you that credit history of that credit card. If they've had that credit card since 1990, it'll show on your report as if you had it since 1990. If they have a $10,000 line with a $0 payment, that helps you with your utilization ratio. This is how I hedge my utilization ratio. When I know I need to spend on my personal cards, I will put a credit line on my credit so my utilization ratio stays in line. My credit score stays up. Before I'm going to go do financing, I'll put a credit line on my credit report. Now, friends, family, they can do that for you for free. You've got to be careful. They can't spend a bunch of money on their card. So you need to work with someone that you know and trust, that you're not going to have a $10,000 card and they're going to run it up to $9,000, because now you're going to be in big trouble because your credit cards are only $300. You won't be able to make up that $9,000 they did to you. That's why I like to go buy my trade lines, because I know it's going to be a zero balance. You can pick how old you want of the cards, the line. Now, on mine, I picked $10,000. I wanted them to start giving me higher credit limit. Like I said before, a bank doesn't want to be the first one, but if they see a Chase card for $10,000, you're more likely to get a higher credit line. Authorized user accounts are a great way to get your score to zoom up. I mean, at least that's what it did for me. I mean, overnight 80 points, but you still want to do those other things first. And you don't want to just put an authorized user account on your credit unless you have a reason. If you're going for a mortgage, if you're going to go get credit cards, I mean, that's the goal, to get your credit up, get some cards so you can start building your credit. And we go through a gardening phase, what I call, so you're just seeding the flowers, seeding them, and then go put a trade line on there when we're going to go try to get some big cards. What we really want to do is have you start your business, okay? And we'll talk about that in the next video. We want your personal cards to be converted over to business cards. Business cards have way bigger trade lines, a higher limit. It doesn't count against your personal credit score. So we eventually want to take these personal cards and switch them over to business cards. That's the goal. But for right now, we're working on getting you the personal credit that you need to move forward. Those are some quick tips to get your credit score up really fast. Make sure, please like, follow. I look forward to seeing the results in 90 days. It's D Money. I adore you, my C noters. Peace out and have an awesome day.